Virtus in Veritate. Welcome to Fortikast, the official broadcasting arm of Fortibus, PAREF Northfield's official school publication. Please welcome your hosts, Lucas Lamzon and Kobe Camaso. Hey guys! Hello, dear viewers and mariners, and welcome to the very first episode of the third season of Fortikast. Now, it's good to be back, but for our new viewers wondering now, what is Forticast? What's this show? Well, Forticast is an online show where we chill, share stories, and bond with one another. And we have two main segments for this episode: In Focus and Two Cents. In Focus, we interview and ask our guests questions about our topic for this episode. While in Two Cents, we summarize in focus and the hosts share their own insights. Wow, this week was hectic. So I would like to ask you, Kobe, how was your week?
Well, as you said, this week was hectic, especially with preparations for the Foundation Day, Teachers Day, and Sports Club's launching event. But it's already done, and it feels very fulfilling that all of your hard work was it was put there, and the school like really enjoyed, like the community really enjoyed it. And I would like to pass the question back to you, Lucas. How was your week?
My week was good. Had a good time, especially with making the Rebus puzzle that took so long to research. And I was trying to get questions that not a lot of people would guess. But overall, it's been fun, especially with the face-to-face classes. It was very, very fun. So
Like
back to our
you did a good job though with the Rivas game. Like not a
yeah
lot of people got all of them. Like good job.
yeah so Kobe, what makes this broadcast so special?
Well, today's episode is very special. Aside from the launch of the third season of Fortikast, we are also celebrating today Northfield's 28th founding anniversary and Teachers Day. So now, if you, our dear viewers, are enjoying the stream, please don't forget to like, comment, and share our stream.
All right, looks like we are quite settled in. Kobe, I think it's time to move on to our in focus.
So for today's episode, for from the title itself, we will be taking a blast to the past. We will be asking our guests about their PAREF story or their experiences as students of Northfield.
Okay, so without further ado, please welcome Sir Mario Evalle from batch 2004, Sir Rafi Mendoza from batch 2010, and your Vinta captain, Rafa Encarnacion. Good afternoon
Hello,
and welcome
hello.
everyone.
Hey
You're
guys,
welcome.
Afternoon.
good afternoon.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon. So before we move on, we would like to ask you, our guest, how was your week, and maybe tell us a little bit about yourself as well. So maybe we can start with Rafa.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. So, how was my week? Let's see. It was hectic, just like what you said, Kobe, and just like what you said. And there are a lot of tasks, but in the end, it's really relaxing. But so
Yes.
this week, like I'm not sure if you guys had this, but like we had debates, like and we had a really intense
Oh,
debate, and it was the finals. And also like we just finished Filipino month one ng wika where we did like several
Yeah.
sanaysay posters, 'di ba? Like the
Yeah,
pag-discuss.
yeah, I know what you mean. There were like so many things.
Yeah, like there are so many things, like so many sabay-sabay, pero like just having this week cap to the Forticast episode is, I'll tell you something, it's really amazing. I'm very
Of
excited.
course. Thank you,
Thank you.
Rafa. Maybe
And
Sir Mao could go next.
hi, good afternoon, everyone. My week is okay. Like everyone else, like what Rafa said and Kobe, it's a bit tiring, but I think this is a good cap to make that no to make it an end. And nice seeing everyone again.
All right. Lastly, Sir Rafi.
Yeah. Hey guys, I just want to say hi to Mao again. I haven't seen him in a while.
Hi,
And see
Rafi.
Rafa. Yeah, I remember Rafa when he was really small pa. I don't know if he remembers me, but then I distinctly remember him.
I
But yeah,
remember
my
someone named Mendoza.
yes, the Mendoza brothers. But yeah, for me, my week has been also quite hectic in a sense that yeah, there are a lot of things at work. I was actually just I'm actually just coming out from another call, but then I'm always happy to be here and to speak with the NF community because I really want to support my alma mater as much as I can. So good to be here.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. I think we can dive into our questions.
Okay, so for our first question, the question is, what is your PAREF story? You may share some anecdotes, you can share your fondest memories, and you can share your highlights. Let's start with Sir Mario.
Okay, a Paris story that I would want to share maybe was because I entered Northfield when I was first year high school, no, year 2000. At that time, Northfield was uh, a bit smaller than today. Today, Northfield is has a better grounds now. Before, we just have a half court. From the half court, you can see the whole school already. No? So in that half court I was mentioning a while ago, you can do all the activities already, like the flag ceremony. You can
Yeah.
eat, you can mingle with your friends, so you will never get lost in that school. No? But the thing is, that what I came from a big school, no? So the transition was hard for me. However, the people within the community, they're very warm. So it made the transition very, seamless, not much hard, but eventually I got adjusted easily. So these are the memories for Northfield, and sometimes I was uh, mentioning a while ago, when we will play basketball, because that's what we like doing. We need to cross the street, no,
Yeah.
uh, and then go through the barangay multi-purpose court. Even though also when we go to and hear mass during our gilas, we need to cross the street again. No, so it's so if you the campus is so big, kono,
Mm.
but we're just borrowing the facilities because Northfield was then very small. That's why now I'm excited to see the new Northfield, and I hope, like what Rafi said, no, as an alumni, we're very much excited to help and see how we can make it a better community. So there.
Thank you, Sir Mao.
Yes.
Maybe Sir Rafi could go next.
Wow. Yeah, when Ma was talking about his experience, parang it flashbacks also of my time in Northfield because where Mao and I were in the our experience was in the Northfield campus, the old one, the one in Quezon City,
Gandia, yeah.
which recently closed, right? So
Yeah.
um, it's I guess the difference that Mao and I have is um, mine is I already reached the we used to call kasi the campus, we used to divide it into two sides, the old building and the new building. The old building was the one that didn't that had a makeshift court that you had to push if you wanted to play basketball. And then since our school was really that small, if other people really had to do other activities, we had to push the push the court back so that it's really a makeshift multi-purpose hall of some sort, diba? Um, I reached the part where there was already the new building, which had the court in itself and then new classrooms, but then it was still quite modest. diba? For the I'm putting it in a very sweet way. But yeah, my PAREF stories, I guess where we differ in terms of adjustments, mine was easier, I guess, because I came from a PAREF preschool. I came from not Rosefield, but then Rosemont. It is because I live in the south. Eh. So I studied. My preschool was in the south, Rosemont. It was the one. It was the preschool beside our our ate school, Woodrose. So that's where I studied, and then my parents decided to bring us to Northfield when I went to elementary school and high school. So the adjustment wasn't as, I guess it wasn't as difficult as Mouse because he's coming from a big school, whereas Rosemont was also quite small. And then it also gave the PAREF vibe, which I think we'll discuss more in detail later. You know what it means, that PAREF feel, that home feel, which I characterize as homey, where you it's since it's such a tight knit community, um, you instantly feel at home, diba? So and then that's how it was for me for the rest of my stay in Northfield. I stayed there from prep to fourth year. So the I think 12 or so years was really with the same set of people, same set of friends, classmates, and then same set of teachers. So which I thoroughly enjoyed despite the um it being such a small school. So yeah, that's how it was for me.
Wow. I agree. Like Northfield has this very homey feel. Like you feel very comfortable around the school and around the people in the school. So lastly, Rafa, what is your PARF story?
Oh yes. So about my PARF story, I would like to give this in the perspective of the pinakabunso among the guests. So so allow me to start off by saying na my PARF journey, like as a Northfield student, it actually began in PARF Rosefield. And this was the same school. This is really the same school where all of my siblings and I started in. So then fast forward na over the years, and my three brothers and I, we studied in PARF Northfield QC. And during this time, we would not just go to school. And actually, like when we were riding in the car, we'd normally play music, eat breakfast para naman we start the day with high energy, high spirits. And when going home, one of the things we'd do is we'd share stories of what happened throughout the day. Like if there was this classmate na ganito or that kind of thing, whether good or bad, pleasant or unpleasant. And I would really consider this as one of our bonding moments, like when we share school experiences. And also, this is one of my favorite parts. I would like to point out one thing about Northfield, and it is the teachers. We were able to know them not just as teachers inside the classroom, but as people who continue to inspire. And we were able to relate to them on a more personal level because I was a witness to how they also get tired just like us na pagod sila kasi ang daming chinecheck. And at the end of the day, everyone just wants to have fun, even teachers. And this was really seen, especially like instead of the teachers just staying in the faculty room during their free time, they always made it a point to spend quality time with us students. Like they even had lunch with us, played board games in the cafeteria. Like I can still remember from my experience, I played a couple of chess games with different teachers, and grabe, grabe, they were so good. And this one, this helped break the student teacher barrier, and it brought us closer. It brought us closer. And I'll admit, there were times when I wasn't as comfortable around like these certain teachers na the first impression is not that good. Pero after these casual games, it really improved the relations inside and outside the classroom. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. I actually kind of agree. Like the more that I grew, like the more I realized how much our teachers like are actually like us. Because like when I found out, I was like, oh, my teacher plays this game. Like that's amazing. Like he knows how to play that. Like so
Yeah.
before we move on, we would just like
But
to
wait, for me, for me also
go
as a
ahead.
new student, because when I was in my old school, to be honest, I didn't really, my teachers and I and the students weren't as close. But when I went to Northfield, I felt like that vibe na, whoa, the teachers do this. Like, for example, Sir Ronald Yu, I didn't expect him to be playing video games
Yeah.
and board games. And then once he taught me and showed it, and when he would post, I would see wow, and I would relate to him, and I would see through my classmates also that the connection that they have with their teachers, with especially some of my classmates who have really special bonds with my teachers, I could really feel it, and I hope that the Mariners, especially the young ones, will also, feel that connection with their teachers. Okay.
Yes, indeed. Here from Sir Fernandez, they're saying hi to Sir Mao and Rafi. Mr.
Mr. Rod.
Fernandez,
Hi, sir.
congratulations.
Good
Now,
afternoon.
okay, I think we still have some other comments here. Lucas, someone's asking for a shout out.
Oh, it's just Angelo Boncan.
Yes,
Hi,
it's Angelo
Angelo.
Bonjan.
Haven't seen you in a while, so hello and welcome back.
Yes.
And I think
We
we can
will
move
will
on to
continue.
the.
Yes, we will continue to read your comments later. So for our second question, what do you think makes Northfield or PAREF in general unique? So for this one, I think Rafa can start. Rafa.
Yes. Oh yes, yes.
Go
About
ahead.
this, is it the what makes PARF unique in
Yes,
general?
yes.
Okay, so this one, it's really a good question. Good question. It is the yearly father and son camping on site where we just forget about our daily routines and we go outdoors to cook hot dogs and mga hot dog steaks in the bonfire with our dads. And we have these deep, meaningful conversations along the way. Sure, like the people from other schools will say, like, we have those activities already. But the main question here is what makes ours unique? To answer that, Northfield makes it a point to really include the personal formation activities to make the most out of these events. And in this, like we even have masses and confession in the middle of the forest or even the campsite itself. And another thing is that like in every inter-school event we attend, I would normally hear people they describe the Northfield candidates as fun, easy to get along with, mababait, humble, and simple lang. And this is also seen in the previous seminars we had, especially in the 5-day PAREF Future Leaders Conference, where we talked to a lot of people from the different PAREF boys schools. Like I'm sure you guys know these, like Southridge, Westbridge, Springdale, etc. Like those kinds of schools. And little did we know that in those 5 days we would make several close friends that we still keep in touch with until now. So then, just to recap the question, what makes Northfield or PAREF in general unique? So, lastly, Northfield, it's a small school. And because it is a small school, it provides us with an opportunity to run into more people more often. And this really made it a lot easier to familiarize myself with the environment. And one more recollection with our Kuya guards and maintenance. Like I really felt the individualized care they give to each student. And sometimes there are situations where it is really inevitable to stay in school beyond dismissal time to do a project or have a group meeting and etc. But I would always feel safe with the Kuya guard on standby and the maintenance who are always making sure that we are alright, despite the hours being very, very late. So I would like to end this by saying salamat po to our Kuyas and thank you again.
Indeed, salamat po. I would just like to share like a very short story lang. Like before in the QC campus, kasi 'di ba like when it's dismissal, the maintenance would like go the second floor and they would go through the classrooms and tell everyone to go down. And maririnig mo si Mr. Enriquez, sisigaw yan siya, IR na kung hindi ka bababa.
I remember that. Wow. He still uses that line. Grabe.
Yes. Okay. Also, to our guests, feel free to add up to any of our sharings. So, Sir Rafi, maybe you could go next.
Yeah. Very good points by Rafa, no, about emphasis of personal formation. I guess which is uh, a hallmark for PAREF schools. I think just to elaborate on that, we have a mentoring program, which I don't think it's quite um, quite used from other schools in the metro. Um, the emphasis of having chats with your mentor just to talk about things outside academics that can help you be more be a more well-rounded individual. So that's something that I think PAREF is known for, and it really translates to how we grow up also when we get to university. And me, when I'm already a professional, so I also take advantage of that framework that I'm already used to. So it helped me in my own development as a person. I think just to backtrack on what Rafa also said about how our teachers are somewhat like role models, no, when we interact with them. I think one unique aspect about PAREF is our emphasis on how our teachers, since we're in a an all boys school, how our teachers should also be men. I think that's why we relate very much to them because they are men and they also go through the same struggles that we go through. Therefore, it gives us, um, in a way, a model to look up to. And I think the our teachers really take care of us, and it also goes to show that even our admin are men as well, our security guards. So I think we're surrounded by role models, and it helps us to have a better perspective what means to be a man, a gentleman in the strictest sense. And yeah, with when it comes to father and son campings, as mentioned earlier, also that's really how we interact and how we show what it means to be brave, or what it means to be what how we exercise other virtues like fortitude when it comes to um, trying to sleep over in the student seminars, and then testing our bravery. So those very masculine aspects are very much at the forefront of how we're educated um, in the PAREF system. And just as a last point, I think what makes Northfield even more unique is yun nga, since we're a small school, maybe it's out of circumstance that we're a small school because we want to be as big as possible. But then just by that circumstance alone, we're already able to connect with not just our classmates or our peers, but even the younger guys. We try to be a kuya to them, and then for we try to learn also from our more senior um our more senior uh s- students, diba? So since we're such a small school, it gives us that access to everyone else, diba? That is quite unique because our other kuyas and our sister schools have I guess a bigger campus. So we also have that unique aspect that makes us authentically Northfield.
Okay, what a great answer from Sir Rafi. Sir Mao, what
Yeah.
what do you think makes Northfield or PAREF in general unique?
Actually, Rafa and Rafi was able to bullseye all the points, no, that I was about to say. But just to add to it, no, everything was there and it was well said. Um, to my experience, I would like to highlight the mentoring, the personal formation. But this, in effect, made us, as what Rafi said, no, as we develop our career or our family lives, we'll bring that there, no. The PARF experience taught you your basics first, no, and then your family, and then it will go domino effect yan, eh, diba? As you grow forward. The developmental stage is very crucial, which is this program, the Northfield program or the PARF program, because this is something that that life will teach you, eh, not just academics. That's the shift that I had to experience, no? From a big school who's very pressured doing this and that, have this grade and that. In this school, not so big, but it teaches you about life, not just about learning academics. It's a holistic ano eh, formation, which I don't like what you said. Let's not be biased. Baka magalit yung mga ibang schools, but which I don't think others have, or maybe we're lucky because our teachers are also our friends. That's why it's easy for them to understand us, things like that. So hence the reason. That's why even my sons are now in PAREF. So because I want them to develop the same virtues or values that we have learned, and the same circle of friends that we have there.
Hey, thank you for all of
Mm.
those great answers. And now, before we move on, we would also like to extend the question to our audience. So, what do you guys think makes Northfield or PAREF in general unique? Feel free to comment it in our comments section.
Okay, and with that, we can move on to our third question. This is for Teachers Day. Who is or are your favorite teachers or teachers, and why or what did they do to impact your life? Let's start with Sir Rafi.
Yeah. Top of mind because I have so many teachers that I look up to. Um, from Northfield. Top of mind is my mentor, my mentor growing up. His name is Sir Buddy Ramos. He was one of my first mentors in Northfield along with my brothers because we're quite a big family, and I think one of the things that what they do in Northfield, and I think PAREF is they kind of lump in the your mentors with your brothers. Your brothers have the same mentors. Um, so yun, Cesar Ramos watched us grow up, and he would make it a point to really chat with us on a consistent basis and see how we are. And that's one. And of course, another's my class advisor, Cesar Fernandez. He was my class advisor for most of my time in high school and some years in grade school. So he really challenged me even after Northfield too. I remember him one of his messages in when he sent it when what he did was he sent each of us a personalized message, which I distinctly remember is something to the effect of try to be humble. Humility is really where you're gonna improve as a person because once you recognize that you're not all that, even if you had really good academics in Northfield, for example, you'll always meet someone who's better than you, and you have to be humble enough to learn from them, and then learn from your mistakes also, and then try and then be a better version of yourself. And then some other teachers, academics, I think because I really had a good time trying to know the basics of, I like writing, so I can name Sir Palma, Sir Bukarin, even Sir Shah. Um, those guys, I learned from. Um, I think it made me a better, more versed in English, because I think PAREF is known for being an English speaking community. So we have to be good in English. So it really helped me transition, not just in college but even at work. You have a more professional grasp when it comes to presenting, diba? So it gave me that advantage.
Thank you, thank you. I
I think, Rafa, we can ask Rafa. Rafa, who
Yes.
is or are your favorite teacher or teachers, and why or what did they make in your life, or why did they impact you? How?
Hmm. Okay, so my favorite teachers, ang dami. Just like what Rafi said, there's so many teachers in Northfield. So then I have a lot of favorite teachers from Northfield, really a lot. And to all the sirs out there, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, remembering the people who first taught me the basics of life, it would be my parents. And there's a saying, if I can remember that, school, the first school is home, the first teachers are parents, and the first subject is reading. And if I may add to that one, the first subject is also exploration, just like knowing all of this new stuff in the world. And aside from them being my first teachers, they were the ones who encouraged me and told me, kayang-kaya mo yan. Even if the situation seemed almost hopeless. And they taught me this, that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. It's just that some tunnels are longer than others. And so mama, papa, if you're watching this, I just want to say thank you for being there for me. You are the teachers who helped me find myself in the midst of today's chaos. You constantly taught me resiliency and, most of all, how to find the small joys in life. So, everyone, I want you all to remember to don't forget and to stop and smell the roses. Like, I'll never forget these, and I will treasure these lessons for the rest of my lives. And so, thank you again.
uh yeah, I agree.
And
I agree.
last but not least, Sir Mao,
Galing
which
ni
teachers impacted you?
mm, galing ni Rafa ha. Parang maghingi ng increase ng allowance ha.
Oo nga,
Medyo
tama, tama.
yan ang Northfield style, Mariner.
Mariner, yes.
Joke. Anyway, for me, top of mind also, kasi nga, each teacher, each, ano yan eh, each approach, no? Each individual. Minsan, sometimes even the priests, no? You can easily approach them and talk to them. But top of mind, I don't know if you would remember or know them. Mr. Mark Mahaventa,
Yes, yes.
uh,
I was gonna
yeah,
mention him.
Mr. James Lactao, and Mr. Alfred Salviejo. No, because until now, I still talk to them. Even through the pandemic, we were sharing stories how we can, recover, how what careers or opportunities we can make. No, so these are parang teacher turned family or friends. No, more family. No, so it's very easy to approach, no? And I'm very thankful for them, and not just for them, like what you've said, all the staff of Northfield, whether teacher or staff or kuya guards, they're all our teachers. You're correct, no? We all learn from them. So there. Thank you.
Hey, thank you for all of those really, really great answers. And now, moving on to our last question. What is your message to Northfield as it celebrates its 28th anniversary? So, I think Sir Mao could start.
Okay. For Northfield, as it celebrates 28th anniversary, congratulations from very very small half court to a big field now in Antipolo. So the development has really, or the dream really has come true. No, I do remember. I don't know, Rafi, if you were there. There was even a time that we joined the hearing in Green Meadows. Are you familiar with
Yeah,
that? Yeah.
yeah, I remember. I remember. Yes.
Yeah. So there was supposedly a lot for us who's supposed to be in Green Meadows. Good decent size, diba, for a school. However, it still didn't work out. No? So maybe God has better plans for us, which it did work out in Sun Valley and Antipolo. So continue moving forward, continue touching a lot of families' lives and changing and following the dreams of each and every individuals. No, I look forward to seeing the new campus. Actually, I'm excited.
Mhm.
Father Dante invited me nga to go there. So and congratulations with this group. Continue doing this and let's touch more people's lives. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Next up is Sir Rafi. What is your message to Northfield as it celebrates its 28th anniversary?
Yeah. I wanna thank, of course, teachers, um, both my previous teachers and I think those who've already left Northfield, and I still I still see on Facebook. You guys are really, I owe you so much that that I can't even really pay back kasi um I can only pay them back by living the things that they've taught me. So I thank them, and I also wanna thank the parents for sending your kids here, just like my mom and my dad when they made the crazy idea to send four boys who we live in Parañaque to QC with an average commute of 50 minutes to an hour every day, and we'd always have late slips. But then I think the teachers really embraced our our being in Northfield. So the parents, I hope you guys continue to send your kids to PAREF schools, and for your sons to keep them in Northfield, because they teach you things that are beyond the classroom. And just also to not discount the fact that they also teach us really good academics, the math, science, English, and religion subjects. Most importantly, the moral things that we really have to face when we go to university. So thank you. And to the students, I'm very proud of you guys. Even Lucas and Kobe here, you guys are doing such a good job. Um, you surpass us in a sense that this podcast, I've always been tuning into the previous seasons with, even with Lucas and Kiko and the other guys. Keep up the good work, and I hope to see you guys soon also in the new campus. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. And lastly, Rafa, what is your message to Northfield as it celebrates its 28th anniversary?
Okay, so my message to Northfield as it celebrates its 28th anniversary. Grabe. So, if I were to say something, I'd probably start it off by saying, Dear Northfield, you've stayed strong for 28 years. if I can only give you a pat on the back, I will give you one, but you are so big, like 5 hectares. So anyway, kidding aside, um, may the future hold endless blessings, and I do hope that the people you educate will remember what it truly means to become a Northfield gentleman. Keep up the good work. You're doing well. Because in the future, when we're either college or working already, we want to look back and say that this was where I came from. I mean, I'm sure you Kuyas are feeling it right now, right, Kuya Rafi, right, Kuya Mao? Like that kind of feeling na you're very proud to come from Northfield.
Yes,
And
yes.
yes, and for me, Northfield is not just the building itself. It's not the 5 hectares of land that we own right now, or it's the people behind it. It's really the people behind it. I mean, look at us right now. Like, we're Northfield, and those people who have witnessed Northfield from the beginning are oftentimes the ones who are really willing to support it further. All of us are willing to support Northfield further, and now, sorry, so now that I'm about to graduate, I can say that with confidence that the 6-year-old me, who was about to enter Northfield back then in 2011, made the right choice. So once again, more power to Northfield. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Oh,
Wow, thank you too.
uh,
Thank you.
now, what beautiful messages and answers you gave us. And we would like to thank you, Sir Mao, Sir Rafi, and Rafa, for joining us in our very first episode. And with that, Kobe, let's move on to 2 cents. Wow,
Wow.
Kobe, those answers and
Oh,
messages were really, really beautiful. It really touched my
goosebumps,
heart,
man.
really. Wow. And for me, so wait, I would like to ask you, Kobe, what were your key takeaways from the experiences of our guests?
Well, I actually kind of said it earlier. Northfield, di ba kasi, as they said, it feels really, really homey. All the teachers, all the maintenance staff, you feel that genuine care that they have for you. And I
Yeah.
believe, Sir Rafi said it earlier that our teachers, they teach us more than academics. And they also mentioned that our teachers have like a really big impact in our lives. And uh, with the mentoring system and all, we get to chat with them, learn more about them, and they also learn more about us. So yeah, that was my key takeaway. So what about you, Lucas? What was your key takeaway?
For me, was the first one. The first question by Sir Mao was how he moved uh, from Ateneo to Northfield. It's just like me and my brothers. I
Mm-hmm.
was from Ateneo, from grade 1 up to grade 7. I was in Ateneo. I had a lot of friends. I was part of because we were a lot of that time, and then a lot of sections uh, in one grade, and then a lot of people knew me, and I had a lot of friends there. But then when I moved to Northfield, I was like, really, only one, only one section. But
Yeah, it's
but
hard to
really,
believe.
yeah, but really, talaga, because like I would compare it to South Region others, because like why do they have so many people in Alabang and in Quezon City, parang so konti. But aside from that, I was still able to connect with all my classmates, with my teachers especially. So the transition was sure it was quite big, but it was easy because it's small and I was able to bond with everyone. And as Sir Rafi, as Sir Mao and Rafa said, the mentoring program really does not just teach you about you do not talk to them just about academics, but you talk to them about life and they will help you throughout life. Speaking of that, Sir John Joe, who's my mentor right now, I'd like to say thank you for all that you've been teaching me, and I will certainly whatever you taught me I will use in the future. Same with Sir Luistro. Sir Luistro, you've been an inspiration to me also. So yeah, I guess what I have. And now let's check some of our comments from our beloved viewers.
Ooh, let's see here. From Inverse Zero. Most impactful NF teacher. Hello to Sir Watt if he's watching this. Yes, guys. I mean, I agree. This is Rafi de la Cruz, by the way. I agree with Rafi. Sir Watt is one of the most impactful teachers to me, since he his way of teaching isn't just like he'll teach you the lesson, and then he expects you to parang memorize everything na nasa
Yeah,
book, tapos papasagot niya sa iyo sa SA. No, what he does is he really wants you to learn, to know, and to be closer to God. Because um, I remember from one of my classes that our goal, that all of us as humans can become saints, right?
yes.
Okay.
And I would
So
also like to congrats Sir Watt on his book award. Wow, that's a really big achievement in life, Sir Watt. And I hope that you can
yes,
write more
indeed.
books that will inspire more people. And soon enough, sir, I will get one of your books and read it. Don't worry, sir. And from Angelo Boncan, Happy Foundation Day. I do agree with Sir Rafi. Northfield offers real guiding philosophies, especially in times and places where we are tested. Kobe, at Kobe, campus tour when I visit SB. Good job, guys.
Sure, Angelo. If you visit on a Thursday, if you don't visit on a Thursday, you have to pay for my ride.
So
Okay.
yeah, we'll Kobe and I will gladly give you a campus tour. Really, it's really
Yes.
wonderful.
Yes.
The view,
Ve-
especially when you
Very
go out of the
detailed.
classroom, is so
Oh,
so
oh
good.
yeah. I would just like to add, like my classmate, like he's a new student. He said yesterday na he was like, it feels really nice to have your school in paradise. It's like you're around nature, and that's
Yeah,
something for us
outside.
for us QC students, because usually like in your usual classes you'd smell yung garbage truck that would pass by.
Really?
Everyone would start hiding inside the classrooms because if you open your classroom, amoy na amoy mo talaga eh.
Wow. Well, it's really funny. I also saw Northfield recently when I was in Lantaka. The sign is gone already. It's covered now in metal sheets. It's sad I wasn't able to go in there, but what it is now is really wonderful. To all the people who made Northfield Sun Valley possible, I really admire them.
Yeah, and as Rafa
And
said din naman, right, Northfield isn't the land, it isn't the building, it's the community that we have.
yes, wow.
Okay,
That's
so
true. The people talaga. I
yes,
love our
indeed.
community. Like I can even get to know the grade 1 students and like bond with them. I can get to know grade 12 to grade 12, 11 students and bond with them, play sports with them. And wow, talaga, the community is what really makes Northfield special for me.
All right. I think we can now move on to our special segment for today. So, Mariners,
Special.
if you have any messages for our teachers or for our school, simply visit this Padlet link in our comment section. So there it is. Uh, yeah. Okay. Let's read some messages.
So from Riley Young Laput, thank you, teachers, for all your patience and understanding to teach us and prepare us for our future. Another one
Yes.
from Austin Castillo. Thank you so much for teaching us the necessary things to live a good life. I appreciate all of your hardships you went through to give us a good and fun education. From Lance Resurrection. Hello, teachers. I just want to say Happy Teachers Day. And also, we appreciate you teachers a lot for everything you have taught us. We wish you will be
Yes.
here next school year. Wow.
Indeed, we appreciate
From Taz De
you, our
Lorenzo.
teachers.
Ay, Del Rosario. Thank you, teachers. Without you guys, we would not be educated. Thank you all for teaching us and making time to make sure we learn new things daily. Maybe Kobe, you can read some.
Oh, okay. It's there's a lot of messages, you know. Like you'd get confused because you're looking at a lot of messages and you'd want to just read them all.
Read
So
all
I
of them.
guess
Yeah.
I can read this one from Pio Yalong of grade 2. So happy Teachers Day. Hold on, sorry. Give me it's a little ano lang for me. Okay, there you go. Happy Teachers Day po. Thank you so much for all your kindness, patience, and dedication. I and my parents are grateful to all of you po. Shout out to my teachers, Mr. Fernandez, Mr. Francisco, Mr. Pascual, Mr. Oxta, Mr. Venus, Mr. Arsigal, and Mr. Fietas. Wow.
And maybe I'm not sure, but if I'm correct, Sir Kiko Perez
Ooh,
will be
soon
your
enough.
teacher. Soon enough will be your English teacher, if I'm not mistaken, and for sure he will help you guys with English as other
Yes.
teachers have helped other students. And let's see, from Joff Gloria, I first joined Northfield in 2017 and left 2019. But this year, I came back, and it still feels like I've been here forever. Happy Foundation and Teachers Day.
I would
Wow.
just like to comment on this kasi 'di ba what do you call as we talked about earlier, no, the Northfield community is it's very welcoming, feels very homey, and that's why I think I can agree on him saying that he feels like he never actually left, that he's been here forever. Okay, I think we can read
Okay.
a few more of our messages here.
So from Kale Jimenez, he says, "Hi, sir." Oh, wait, where is it? Here. "Hi, sirs. Wanted to wish you guys a happy Teachers Day. Hope you guys are going to have a wonderful day. Just wanted to thank you, sirs, for everything you've done for us students, helping us get better with academics and teaching us to be a better self. Happy Teachers Day and thank you again." Wow,
All
Kale,
right.
idol.
Uh,
And
okay.
from Matthew Basaliote, "Happy Teachers Day, sirs. Thank you for teaching us and making us explore new topics. We appreciate you. We appreciate what you did for us. We are grateful for teaching us. Stay safe and God bless." Wow,
Yes.
these are a lot
All right.
of messages,
I
guys.
think we can read can you, like, could you scroll down? That one with the picture
Who
really
is this
stands out to
guy?
me.
He says,
I believe
"Happy,
like
happy."
it's a meme. I believe it's called Caloocan Boy. Like the picture of the dude is called Caloocan Boy. I'm gonna read the message. So happy Teachers Day. I may not be in PAREF anymore, but I can still greet my old teachers. I hope you guys will have a nice day and a wonderful week. You teachers are the best and you always care for the students. You guys are like our second parents who chat and take care of us. I wish you guys the best. So I'm not gonna read the next part because that's part of the meme. It's part of the song. So yeah, indeed,
I'm
our
not gonna
teachers
click
are
that,
our
don't
second
worry.
parents. Yeah,
Okay,
no.
so from Pio Alejo from grade 3, I would like to thank Happy Teachers Day to all my teachers. Thank you for teaching me to be a good person. I would like to thank Mr. Pascual, Mr. Francisco, Sir Francisco, Mr. Arcigal, Mr. Fernandez. Oh, what? Mr. Arcigal again, Mr. Ventus, Mr. Sepe, Mr. Molina, Mr. Lu, Mr. Yu, and Mr. Shah. Wow,
It's
there are a lot
rhyming.
of mess. Yeah, Sir Lu and Sir Yu, and then Mr. Shah. Wow. Thank you guys again for sending your greetings.
Yes, indeed.
We will be sure to read all of this and send them to the teachers.
Yes,
So
Mariners, keep the messages coming. You know, even though the celebration is already done, you know, every day can be Teachers Day. You can still you can always be thankful for your teachers and to the school as well. So once again, keep the messages coming, Mariners.
yes, indeed, yes, indeed, Mariners. And speaking of Mariners, we would like to invite you guys, our dear Mariners, to join Fortikast. If you are interested, please reach out either to Sir Kiko Perez or Sir Christian Yasay, the moderators of Forticast. We are still hiring for some positions. If you guys would like to be part of this wonderful team, then sign up now and enjoy. And Hope that you guys
Yes.
will be with us till the very end. Also, Mariners, you may be interested in signing up for the free trial for basketball and football. This will be happening this Saturday for tomorrow for football and Sunday for basketball. For more information, you may contact your class advisor or Mr. Rod Fernandez, our sports club coordinator.
Yes. And please continue to stay tuned as well, Mariners, as we will be having our next Fortikast episode on October 21. So we hope you guys are excited. Keep stay tuned, and yeah, thank you so much. So thank you to all of our viewers for watching Forticast. This has been Kobe Camaso and Lucas Damzon.
Virtus in veritate, there is strength in virtue. This has been Forticast online show, sharing good vibes and bring together the Northfield community. See you in our next episode. Fortuna Favet Fortibus.